So this is Sprint2 for engine. I'll show you that the game is unchanged. Same game, same normal, does what I want. And I will show you then that games.cpp is almost entirely clean. This doesn't actually do anything, so I don't need this anymore. I don't know, I assume we put new demos or set start scene in the game, since that would just make the most sense. I don't know where else I would put it, but that is where I put it for now. Well, we probably will be changing that next week. Here's the ending, here's the cleanup. Everything is just a draw scene and an update scene for the update and draw in the game. So it doesn't actually know what's going on. It's just the scene manager handling that. So I'll then take you to the scene manager, which is relatively simple. The first thing I want to point out, which might be different, and I don't know if this is premature or completely wrong, but what I have in every game object is the constructor of any game object, similar to how we did in Centipede, which is probably why I think it's wrong. Every time you create a game object, it does similar to what you did in Centipede, in that it was kind of assigned to the scene to be created and then deleted once the scene was destroyed. I don't know if this is necessary. I don't know if this is even correct, but I thought I'd add it just for fun. And all it does is essentially say is every time a game object is created, it takes the scene manager, it goes to the scene manager and says, take the current scene and then add the game object. It doesn't, like, it's absolutely not perfect. I'm completely aware of that. If there wasn't a scene, it would completely break. But for now, it's just essentially for testing purposes to see if it works, a blueprint in general. But I'm confident we'll be getting rid of this, or you'll call me out on how bad it is. But for now, I just did that just for fun, I guess. Setting the start scene, sets the current scene, and initializes it. Almost all of this is wrong, or not wrong, but it's absolutely prone to errors. But for this just testing demo scene, I just kept it, and then we'll change it throughout the thing. But I wanted to keep it to make sure it worked, just to make sure, or to prove it worked. But I'm well aware we will be changing it. So that's the scene manager, very simple and easy. The next thing is game object, which I just showed you, which is irrelevant. Demo scene is done by, or it's as you'd expect. I essentially moved all that information into this scene. I didn't make specific objects for things like the plane and the axis. I know I could have, but I just didn't want to because I imagine those won't be used next week. Cameras, I do have a camera. I do have a specific camera manager that does as you wanted it to, but just for my sanity's sake, I did not create, or I didn't specifically always reference it, so I did keep this information from that scene, from the demo scene, and then I reference it. But I am using the camera manager in the way that you want us to. If I can find it, yeah, I get a camera set, and I can set whether it's current and default. I'm sure that'll be changed in the future as well. And then I set the information from the get width and height, set the perspective, yada yada yada. You don't want me to update or tell you about it. The scene end does what's necessary, and then I have the resource loading in the initialize. I think that's everything different from this time. So, and when the game calls update scene, it goes to the scene manager, which says take this current scene, use the draw, and then the draw takes you to this draw, and that's when I render all that information. So this is similar to what you were doing, is rendering and doing the draw information for the scene. Again, not sure if it's necessary, but I did it for this print just for fun to see if it was what it was needed, and I think I'm over the time. Yeah, 4 minutes. Nice. Okay, bye.